Welcome to Ballina on the River Mayo, County Mayo, on the Wild Atlantic Way. On the last week of February, Ballina was alive with visitors and musicians here at the International Music Festival, Other Voices. Just a few days later, like the rest of the world, life as we knew it in Ballina ground to a halt. This is the story how the town of Ballina and community responded to COVID-19 and how we began together working towards the future.
So Ballina is my hometown. It's where I'm happiest. It's what drives me on in all of my public life. This is a green town. This is a town that we're proud of Mary Robinson, the Mary Robinson Centre. We're proud of people who work in this town for some of the world's biggest companies, and we're proud of all of the organisations in this town, all the sporting clubs. This is a town of ambition, a town that cares, and a town that is going places, and we want you to come on the journey with us.
Ballina community clean-up was set in February 2019 when a few of us got together a local litter run. It's grown from strength to strength now with over 300 volunteers in many sectors such as biodiversity, painting derelicts, tackling murals and art, and just more inclusivity and fun. It's kind of a blend and a mix of people's ideas and trying to take control of our own town for ourselves. It wouldn't be possible without the collaboration of the Mayo County Council, the Chamber and a number of community organisations. COVID was a particular landmark for us. As a businessman myself, I literally felt kind of at a loose end in the house, and we all ended up kind of getting together and starting a bigger group in terms of trying to tackle COVID and its effects. And now the grassroots movement has really taken hold in Ballina, and we're proud of our efforts to date. An example would be the Parkside community, which would be seen as one of the more disadvantaged areas, but they've really got together now and they're out every week cleaning up their own area. The Quay Marina had gone somewhat dated, but now it's completely revitalised with colour. Pearse Street, Rathruin and Barrett Street have followed. So the main thing of this group is we believe in Ballina and we believe in each other and we believe in taking this town forward.
How's it going? I'm from the Parkside area in Ballina, and Ballina Community Cleanup have enabled us to, as a group, to come together and take more pride in our own area. And to date we have met as groups and done some cleanups in 4 different locations in the Parkside area, and a few more areas planned.
The derelict buildings, we made a decision that we were going to take it on because with the COVID and everything at that time, people was down in the dumps, so we said that we were going to brighten up all the buildings, the derelict ones, with vibrant colours, and that's what we have done. We're still at it at the moment, and hopefully that coming towards the end of this month we might have 90% of them done. The town has changed so much in the last couple of weeks, it's unbelievable, and the actual businesses of the town has come behind us, and without those we probably wouldn't be able to take this on.
So this is the Bruzna Falls that we started during the COVID. We decided to clean the area and to redesign it all together. So the boys came in with their chainsaws and started to cut all the dead trees, and then we started clearing this area.
So what we did further down was putting the stones and making kind of the paths here, and then we decided to work on biodiversity and wildflowers, and not only that, we had also a great people diversity. As my accent gives me out, I am obviously a foreigner, so it was really good to be involved and feel kind of included in the community. Further down we designed the Bach Hotel. It was a week's project to make, it's all natural from the environment collected here, and that actually attracts a lot of people and children to come and see, and they really like the area.
Being from Ballina, I'm very proud to have been a part of this project, especially to hear generations gone by talking about how it was such a vibrant area. So it's great to see the area come back to life again, and also the council are hoping as well to expand on the work that we have done, so exciting times ahead.
Yes, it was a saving grace for an awful lot of people, so it was over the last couple of months, especially when lockdown happened and we were all kind of stuck at home and we were dying to get out, and even once a week or twice a week for people was fantastic. And we noticed from people who were passing by who were keen gardeners, they were inspired to join us as well.
Initially, we were involved in providing more space on footpaths and helping businesses with queuing systems on the footpaths to help their businesses. Another initiative we did was to block off a couple of parking places outside some key businesses, primarily cafes and restaurants, so they could have street furniture out on the street, weather permitting, and it gave more space in the outdoors for people to conduct their businesses. Some of the festivals, unfortunately, this year didn't go ahead because festivals means bringing a lot of people together for lots of events. But this gave us a little bit of extra discretionary funding, which we used to supplement Mayo North, which is doing a lot of good work in promoting tourism to the area. We also supported things like the Arts Centre, who are putting stuff online. We've also secured funding from the department just in the last month to upgrade a number of our cycle paths around Ballina.
My name is Anne-Marie Flynn and I'm the manager at Mayo North Tourism. We're a destination marketing and development organisation designed to promote Ballina and North Mayo to tourists. We're supported by the local authority through funding, and we also have a membership scheme into which our local businesses, our local tourism businesses pay in, so that's how we operate. So we were all set for a really great season at the start of the year, and then suddenly all the lights went off. So we used the time to take a step back and look at our own long-term strategic plans, and also to get a plan in place for reopening. So we went out and filmed a video with all of our local providers focusing on the great tourism offering in North Mayo, so the wide open spaces, the landscape, outdoor activities. So when the lights went back on the 29th of June, we were ready to roll with that, and we rolled out a digital marketing campaign. And we also launched a PR campaign working with a lot of our local businesses, our hoteliers, our restaurants, our activity providers. We invited a lot of visiting media in, which was supported by the businesses. We showed them around the area, and generally they got to experience it for themselves, and we got some great coverage from that on TV, radio, print, online, and that's still ongoing. For us, winning the Begin Together award would allow us to continue work like that for the region as part of its long-term development, and hopefully we'll get to continue putting our names on the map as a great tourism destination, a great place to live and to work and to visit.
My name is Paul Regan. I'm chairperson of the Ballina Salmon Festival 2020. We are delighted to be part of the Bank of Ireland Begin Together programme for 2020. Unfortunately, due to COVID and the pandemic, we've had to cancel our festival for this year. We had it all ready. We were ready to press the button on it, but unfortunately, because of public safety, we had to cancel. We are so looking forward to producing this again next year. We have the same team of people, the same group of vibrant volunteers that are just so looking forward to producing it. Because we couldn't run with the festival this year, we did do 2 events, thankfully, that were COVID friendly and safe, socially safe to do. We had a live stream concert from the Arts Centre in Ballina here, which went on for 4 hours, which had a fantastic audience. And actually tomorrow we have got an open swim, which is basically Ireland's oldest open water swim in association with Swim Ireland. So that's also part of our events for this year.
So Ballina Fringe Festival is an arts festival for North Mayo. It takes place in October every year, and this year it happens from the 9th to the 18th of October. The festival has had some challenges this year given the COVID crisis, and it's been harder to put a programme together, but that's made us even more determined to do that. So the festival focuses on bringing high quality arts to Mayo and to exhibiting the high quality local arts that we have and showcase in this area. Most of our events this year will take place on the street to give people the maximum opportunity to come out and to gather and to spend time in their local community like we haven't been able to do for quite a while. The festival's signature piece is Pure Ballina, the street art project. And this project is made possible by a landscape of funders without whom we definitely could not make this happen. This year we'll work with Mazer, the world-renowned artist, and the Neighbourhood Youth Project through Feroiga here in Ballina. So we're bringing together somebody who really understands young people and the issues they face. So we're really excited to see what comes of that. And I suppose the key then to the success of Ballina Fringe Festival is that it's a community engagement programme. We can highlight and spotlight social participation issues for young people in particular and for marginalised communities, to work together with lots of other agencies to make Ballina a really nice place to live and to be.
So my name is Mag Downey Martin. I am the manager and CEO of Ballina Chamber of Commerce and Ballina Tourist Office. And in March 2020 we had to make the really hard decision to cancel St. Patrick's Day Parade. As the weeks came on, then we saw the whole COVID experience was going to get a lot worse. and certainly following on from that then Ballina and County Mayo and the country and the world changed in a way that we would never have expected.
Yeah, my name is Jerry Luskin. I'm the president of the Chamber. So I suppose back in March in the lockdown, we got together pretty quickly, I think, as a chamber to try and advise our members to say, look, this is what's happening. Get as much information out there to them, because it was a worrying time. We held webinars and we contacted people, gave them as much information as they could to help them along the way.
All the webinars that we held, the Chamber also itself as a network organised 5 very special surveys. It ran from March to now, and the results of those surveys then we used as data to influence government policy and procedures, so that the really harsh reality of what was happening in the business community could be identified, and then the government was able to react as best possible.
And I suppose the good thing about Ballina is it has great organisations and we work well together. So when a big decision has to be made,
yes,
it's 1 or 2 phone calls from the head of it, or whatever organisation is. Everybody comes together, gets it done.
I mean, from that then we've already created a dereliction and vacancy task force. We already have a lot of projects in place for that, one of being a pop-up shop opportunity. We have a community space for people who want to be creative, who want to be entrepreneurial or enterprising, and that there's an opportunity for them to go into those retail units. And it also will identify the very high unoccupancy rates that Ballina happens to have. So we're battling that and we're fighting against that. And again, that's a 3-year, 5-year plan, bringing us up to 2023, 2025 in the town of Ballina.
I suppose here in the Ballina Costume Company, as most people would know, we design and make costumes for plays, musicals, theatres. We also do alterations and run children and adults craft classes. We found out about the lack of PPE, so we decided we'd go into make PPE, masks and scrubs. The question was, where do you get money to do it? So we made a phone call to Mayo North East and Finn and asked her, did she know, could we set up a GoFundMe or how could we get funds? So Anne said leave it with her, and within a half an hour she rang us back and it had all set up. We were hoping to raise €1,500. Within 24 hours we had that. The community answered our call. We made a play on Midwest Radio for help. What we were looking for initially was sewers. Again, the call was answered from the great community, and we had over 50 sewers. Fantastic group of volunteers. Then we hit another problem, how we were going to continue to get supply to them and get finished products collected off them. And again, our community answered. The Over 55 Club offered a van, which had been sponsored by Ford Ireland. Order of Malta came on board, again doing the hospital runs for us and collecting, delivering the PPE for us. Ballina Search and Rescue, again those boys were brilliant. Just make the call and they arrived at the back door to collect the stuff. So it was a collaboration of a huge amount of people. In the middle of all this, we decided we'd run a kids online craft camp. Over 1,000 people tuned in every day to it. So going forward, on the 8th of June, we opened again for business, open to the public under our new rules and regulations. We're no different than any other business. We had to try to figure new ways of generating income. So we've continued making the PPE. While we were on lockdown, St Mary's Secondary School done their choir, they done a virtual performance and asked for the donations for it to go towards our GoFundMe. Few new ideas on the pipeline. I mean, we do a few novelty masks for Christmas and things, and we've a few handcrafted items for Christmas that we're going to launch. Our new website will be ready for launch in the next 2 weeks. The future is bright for us. We have a fantastic team of people here around me. I mean, the staff here have been fantastic. We knew the community needed us, the frontline workers. They were putting their lives at risk, so we needed to support them. The Mayo County Council have been fantastic through the Jackie Clark collection. They have given us the use of one of the rooms rent-free, which is brilliant. It's a great space for us because we don't have room to run our classes and things, so that's a fantastic space to have available to us. So I think the future is bright.
Cullen's Plastics here. We're a plastics fabrication company. We buy in plastic sheeting, primarily acrylics and polycarbonates. We cut, we bend, we drill and we fabricate things from there. COVID arrived, created a big problem for us here in the company. A lot of the companies we deal with were closing down. We reached a stage there where our natural business went down to maybe 20-25% of what we normally do. So we looked at the likes of the sneeze guards and the screens for likes of offices, schools, factories, shops, all that kind of thing. We took on 8 extra lads for the summer, more staff in the office as well. So we were very much engrossed in a lot of work on national level. Still had to look after things on local level, and that's very, very important. Now we're in September and we're still making sneeze guards, which is basically probably taking over the company in a peculiar way. We got great support on local level for all the stuff we were doing as well. If you don't have that kind of thing, it's very, very difficult to live off the bigger contracts because they come and they go, and that once they're completed, that's it. The local level stuff is consistently flowing, and that's the work you need to.
Hi, my name is Lindsay. I'm the Visitor Centre Manager here at the Connacht Whisky Distillery in Ballina. We produce vodka, gin, poaching and whisky through our real working distillery here. The magic of copper pot distillation is alive and well here in Ballina. We offer tours and tastings of our spirits in our visitor centre, and we also have a gift shop where we do collaborations with local businesses like New Chocolates and Real Deal Brewery. We're hoping in the winter of 2020 to do a very, very special release, the first whisky in Mayo in about 150 years, so fingers crossed for that. Unfortunately, in March we did have to close the visitor centre due to COVID-19. However, we were able to adapt the business a little bit by producing hand sanitizer, which we were able to give out locally to deserving communities and businesses in Ballina. We reopened the visitor centre in August then for tours again, so you can actually come down as of now to do tours and tastings.
My name is Owen Duffy. I'm the co-founder of OpenClean.ie. It's a simple device that allows you to open doors without needing to use your hand. We came about this solution during the COVID crisis, and we've gotten huge support from businesses across Ballina, and it's been a huge success story, and that's thanks to the business people in Ballina giving the support to the business.
I'm Oliver.
And I'm Patrick.
We are final year business students in Trinity College Dublin.
This summer we decided to disrupt the Irish drinks industry by providing Ireland's first hard seltzer.
We have our product finalised, our recipe and our design, our logo ready to go. We currently talk to manufacturers to hopefully get it produced.
The Ballina Chamber of Commerce and the local community have been incredibly helpful in helping us get to where we are today.
I got in contact with Mark Duffy, who then put me on to Mags Downey in the Ballina Chamber of Commerce. They've been incredibly supportive right throughout. They helped us out with an office space at the beginning and really allowed us to tap into the contacts that they have in these times of difficulty.
I'm Richard Grimes, and this is my business partner, Peter. On May 22nd of this year, we set up our sustainable clothing brand, Pure Clothing. We're based in the Caboo workspace in Ballina, County Mayo, and we're currently operating as an online retailer. Being fair to the workers and to the environment is something we're passionate about, and everything we sell is a product of an ethical supply chain. Currently, we're selling hoodies, t-shirts and sweatshirts, but in the next few weeks we hope to bring jackets and tracksuits into the line as well. We track the building of our business on our TikTok profile, and I think the transparency in what we do is something that people really seem to appreciate. Our products are as eco-friendly as possible, comprising of organic cotton and recycled polyester, and they're then embroidered in a local factory which is fully wind-powered. Our garments are fair wear protected too, which guarantees a living wage and safe working conditions for the workers, and all of our products are PETA approved as well, which certifies them as vegan friendly. The support we've received online has been huge for us, and we recently reached 46,000 followers on TikTok and 13,000 on Instagram. A lot of late nights went into building the business, and we did as much as we could ourselves, such as building our website, doing all our graphics and our promotional content too. Fast fashion brands are responsible for a lot of the harm that is done to our planet, and this is something that we're going to fight against into the future.
My name is Councillor Mark Duffy, an independent councillor based here in Ballina on Mayo County Council. I'm a co-founder of Ballina Community Cleanup, a team of over 300 volunteers that's led on tackling litter black spots in the town, painting derelict buildings, enhancing the aesthetics of the town, planting wildflower as part of our Believe in Ballina initiative, and that's all about improving the biodiversity of the town, which fits in perfectly with the adoption that was made by the council here at the Kennedy Centre in the Quay here in Ballina just a couple of months ago for Ballina to become Ireland's greenest town. So we're very excited about this as a town and as a community to work across all different stakeholder groups to put Ballina front and centre in a green town approach.
Back in March, we, on the occasion of the Mary Robinson lecture in the Arts Centre in Ballina, we agreed to set up Ballina as Ireland's greenest town in collaboration with the Mary Robinson Centre. So we're going to work on building a project that looks at every aspect of life, from social and community to industry and the economy, looking at all aspects of it, taking the lead from the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and looking to build a project around that. And of course we have Mary Robinson, a native of Ballina, as our patron. So we're pushing ahead with that project, and we look forward to what can be a very, very successful project, and the opportunities are endless for the town.
I'm Councillor Jordan Munley, and I'm Chairperson of the Ballina 2023 Steering Committee. Ballina 2023 is a collaborative project amongst a number of stakeholders in Ballina, led by Mayo County Council, to do two things really. Firstly, to develop a common vision for Ballina. Ballina 2023 is a common vision to chart out where we all want to go as a town. And also, the second objective is to facilitate a year of commemorative events in Ballina to celebrate 2023, which is the 300th anniversary of Ballina town. So the project is about, recognising our past and celebrating our past and where we've come from, but it's also about looking to the future and deciding what type of town Ballina wants to be way into the future, what our strengths are, what we can build on, and what successes we have going for us. I suppose the key plank of Ballina 2023 is about celebrating the diversity and the kind of diverse communities that are right around Ballina, to make sure that everybody has a voice and input into this project.
My name is Tom Gilligan. I'm Director of Services with Mayo County Council with responsibility for Ballina, and just to say, it's absolutely fantastic that Ballina has been nominated for this award. With COVID, we are learning so much as to live with COVID and the impact it's having. And here in Mayo County Council, we've had so much work with the communities, with the businesses here in Ballina. The first town to roll out in relation to free Wi-Fi. We've also a number of innovative projects here, particularly in relation to the Ballina Military Barracks, which is going to be a key project going forward. Also the Mary Robinson Centre. With winning the award, the funding we would receive with that would help leverage in relation to utilising other funds, and it would certainly something that would benefit and enhance the community going forward. So thank you for the opportunity. It's been absolutely fantastic, and we look forward to talking to you. And come and visit us anytime soon. Thank you.
A couple of ongoing projects are coming to fruition in the town as well. The Mary Robinson Centre, which will be the first presidential library in Ireland, has started down at the river. The old military barracks in the centre of town is being redeveloped as well. Work will only start on that early in 2021 with an opening date of 2022. So a lot of new attractions will be in the town centre and will help our businesses. And we've worked very closely with the Chamber of Commerce on these projects, also with the Tidy Towns and also with Moy Valley Resources, just to mention a few. Another piece of work we've undertaken just in the last month or two is to develop the quay area in Ballina. There's a fine harbour down there where lots of people have boats. It was surrounded by a very high wall and wasn't very attractive. We've taken down this high wall recently and are going to develop the area for more pedestrian friendly and cycle friendly, and also give people a more open and access to the river. This will help a lot of outdoor activities, and people are talking about new initiatives in terms of boat hire and stand-up paddling. So it'll make the quay area much more attractive to the town as a tourist destination and for the people of the area as well. We've a couple of initiatives that we want to spend money on, and the Green Towns will give us a lot of opportunity to look at that. We're looking at some of the derelict sites and derelict sites and shops in town in particular, with a view to maybe looking at some pop-up shops or other opportunities to use these buildings which haven't been seen before.
In the face of COVID, we people in Ballina didn't despair. We believe in Ballina.
The stories above are only some of the stories of innovation, collaboration and indeed kindness we have encountered and experienced over the past 6 months.
In adversity, together we became stronger.
The road to growth is not always easy. Behind every scene there are conflicts, challenges and frustrations. There are real people behind every initiative.
We have learned that trust, generosity and humour are our best weapons in our arsenal.
Our next challenge is to build on our collaboration, grow our ambition and foster our relationships.
We'll unite a vision for our town long into the future in which everyone is included.
Thank you so much for joining us on our journey, showing you how important the community has come together as a whole during the COVID-19 crisis here in Ballina in County Mayo. We hope you've enjoyed our journey, and I hope you've enjoyed hearing about our story. Winning the Bank of Ireland Begin Together Awards would mean so much to us as a community, bringing us together and showing the progress and the future aspirations of our town with you.
As you've already heard, we have great plans to spend our prize money if we're lucky enough to win the Begin Together Award. Firstly, we look at addressing vacancy and dereliction through the Vacancy Dereliction Task Force, thus making the town a more attractive environment for businesses and enterprises to come in and to start up businesses. And secondly, we hope to support Moy Valley Resources in developing a training links network for the town, which will address identified training needs.
Supporting the drive to become Ireland's greenest town and continue to market and promote Ballina and North Mayo as a great place to visit.
So essentially what we'll be using our money for if we win is to train, to clean, to market and to green. Yeah!